nice little SpongeBob, so you should be all set to get that out. I just spent the last hour just working on all the shipping labels for all the winners. So, uh, congrats all the winners. It's nice to get some winners out there, right? So that was exciting. There's a lot of packages. Anyway, I think I should be able to get most of these out over the next day or two. I don't know how many they pick up at once. I don't know if they'll take the whole lot or if I need to. I don't know. Thanks, Moist, for the resub. Appreciate that. Actually, I was going to ask you about that. I was going to tell you, hey, FYI, I just saw it. I was looking for Door. I was looking for Door in the subscribers because Door won a prize. And I was trying to find him to let him know he won. Yeah, it's been busy. I figured I actually just caught up with the list, so I'm now caught up as far as I got the. So basically, I got to a certain point where the packages, we pre-packaged everything, labeled everything, spec'd everything, right? Because you got to spec it before you can ship it. I got to spec it so I can price it out. But we didn't do all of them. We did like a big lot of them, so I just finished most of those, and now I had about 1, 2, 3, 4 people who did not give me their stuff yet. So, but I have the specs for those packages. So I learned something though in this. I learned that if you can ship something in a envelope, the bigger envelopes, it's a little bit cheaper. So I'm gonna try to ship you guys more stuff like that. What's up, Triggered? Oh, by the way, here's my dialed. My dialed came in. This is actually a pretty cool story. So me and Scott from Dialed been going back and forth for like 2 years to get a Dialed, right? And at one point he sent me this code for their website to go on. What's up, Zach? And get a free one so we could review it. But I somehow missed it. I missed the email that he gave me the code. What's up, Bill? And so like we kept then I started going to someone else because I couldn't get the code and I really wanted to get my hands on one so I could try it. And finally Scott's like, hey, I already sent you that code, man. And I'm like, really? And so then I saw him like, oh, that's embarrassing, So, what's up, Scooter Trash? So anyway, it's finally here. I'm super stoked to put my eye through the circle like everybody likes to do with their dials. This is the new proof. It is actually pretty dang light. So actually, let's weigh it. I got my scale right here for shipping, right? Let's give this thing away. Let's see. What do we want? Well, we can go by ounces here. 10.6 ounces. That's pretty good. 10.6 ounces. And that's with the bridge lock on there. Brandon, I do have it in front of me, but you did not win. I don't see your name on there, but thank you for being a part of that. I do appreciate that, but you're definitely not have won. If you would have won, I would have let you know for sure. I try to make sure to hook you guys up. Yeah, okay, so the Boonie, I have that too, and that I didn't unbox it yet. It's at the studio. I do plan to show you guys both these head to head. I know Brandon because the list is actually literally right in front of me. So of who's left that won, I already shipped out. Well, I didn't ship. There was a lot of prizes, so these are all the ones ready to go that we're going to send out in the next day or two. Then I have a second list of people that won. But the good news is, what I think I'm going to do for you guys to keep this going well is I think every so many months we'll do something similar. So we'll do for the subscribers, maybe we'll do a couple small prizes each month, but at like a point, like say 6 months from now, like spring turkey, I'll call all the companies and see if I can get them to donate some products so we can do a bigger giveaway each time we do it. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate that. So I kind of like this style. I like the bigger one giveaway. It's a bigger thing. I think it's kind of fun. I think you guys had a lot of fun with it as well. Yeah, the ATA is the ATA. I love the ATA. I think it's a good thing. I just, I didn't see anything that would have surprised me. In fact, I got a call from Bowtech last night before the launch, and they were asking me if I could post and repost the stuff that's coming out about their new bow with the magnesium in it. And it's interesting, right? It's over $2,000, so I don't know where the market is for it yet. As we've seen, the prices on these higher ends are questionable, right? Can people afford it? Do they want to afford it? Now, yes, they're already doing it on crossbows, but That's crossbows. You know, when it comes to compounds, people expect a little cheaper, right? Ugh. I don't think so, Captain Salvage. I feel like I know what that is, but I'm not positive. I feel like I've heard of that. But this proof is pretty sweet, guys. I have to admit, I do love the way that Dialed allows you to customize on their website. Is this expensive? Yes, this is pretty high end. So money wise, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would actually buy this because of how much money it is, but you know, if you have the money, it's something you're interested in. I think it's sweet. I think it's super light. It's nice. I mean, it's sweet. I'm trying to think if I have some other ones. I don't really have anything around me to compare. That Booney's over at the studio, unfortunately, so I don't have it in front of me. Yep, Sean. Yep, I sent you a FY for the shipping cost. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I sent it to you. I think I sent you an email. I don't know if they are 70s, Mike. That's a great question. The Axios or the Arxos, are they still selling it? When I went in to get this one, I couldn't get that one. So I don't know if this is going to just replace it completely, which I think it is. They probably, I would assume, because they're a newer company, they had some glitches and things, issues with that other one that they fixed on this one, is what I'm assuming. But that's an assumption. Great question, Andrew. So Andrew asked, is it magnesium the same material Expedition is using on their bow? So the funny part about that question is I actually asked that question to Bowtech directly, and they said that kind of is the answer because magnesium is used in their bow, but the makeup of the bow, so basically the formula of how much magnesium to whatever else is in there is the question. So Expedition has a blend that's their patented blend of carbon and magnesium. So I don't know how that works with, I don't know. So like I don't know how that works with who can do what. You know what I mean? So we're gonna find out, I guess, right? I have no idea, Rosie. I wouldn't do any of that. Oh, great. Thanks for joining, Vanilla. That's very interesting. That's the one issue on YouTube you don't get on TikTok, which is interesting. All the strange randoms. But anyway, yeah. So the X Lite will have competition now, realistically, and crazy because I honestly didn't think anybody would go that way. I thought Expedition would hold that for a long time, if I'm being honest. Agreed, triggered. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. They have been around a long time, and that's in fact something that was talked about. I talked about with somebody else. I forgot Hoyt or somebody. We had that conversation about how that was out a long time ago, and it wasn't the most workable material or something like that, or not as great. Awesome, Heath. I'm sorry, Zach. What's your question? What up, Devin? Sorry, Zach. I missed your question. I'm trying to go back to see if I see it. Razor Terry, how are you? I'm sorry, Zach. I don't see it, man. But yeah, there should be a shipping cost that you'll pay with the winners. I don't pay the shipping, but we do the giveaway if that's what you're asking. But yes, that is me if that's what you're asking. Ah, interesting trigger. Oh, which Zach am I talking to? Hold on, there's like four Zachs at one. Oh no, Zach, you're all set right now because yours is still in process. So what happened is you won two items. Kevin packed yours as separate items, and I said, well, we can't really do that. We want to send one box. He's not going to want to pay two different times. That'd be stupid. So we're fixing that. So we'll have that ready tomorrow. What's up, Ops Supply? How you doing? Black Gold, great question, 70s Mike. I don't know. I don't know. I know they had that special mount, right? That we saw this year, and I asked the question: Are they going to make that mount available to the other brands so that they could put their heads on there or their housing, whatever? And they said they're working on it because with the changes at Bowtech with that mount system. But that's all I really heard. What's up, Jordan? Lance, yes, all set, man. Oh yeah, yeah, you're good, man. No worries. It's not like a rush. I know, Devin. I don't know how you missed it. That's funny. Fireball Haria. Um. Okay, yeah, I don't think is that's yeah. There's like three Zacks at one. That's so crazy. Three different Zacks. What's Lance? Yep, all set. Jordan, hi. Hey, Lance, Jordan. I need Hold on a second. Sorry, Jordan. I'm gonna make you and Lance moderators, if that's all right, because we get some strange people in here. If you could please delete comments for me when you get a second, I'd appreciate it. For people that don't belong in the chat, there's some in there. You'll see some of the random weird stuff. If you could, so now you have the power just to delete those comments. I'd appreciate it, or kick those people. It's hard for me to do it while I'm doing the live, so anything you can do with that would be great. Um, yeah, I don't know what else is at the show. Mike's Archery's there, and Brian is sharing his. I asked him because he was going to post his content as reels, and I said, "Hey, can you just collaborate with us so I can share with my audience?" And he's like, "Absolutely." So I've been doing sharing his videos he's been sending. So, you guys will see some of those on there. But I haven't seen anything that was like mind blowing away. Or you know. Dalton, you can get this hat on bowhunterplanet.com. We have a few of these orange ones left, and we got some cool white ones and other ones. So, but definitely get them while you can. We kind of get them in small amounts. Ooh, Matthews X, awesome. Yes, Vapor Trail's awesome, Jordan. I will be doing a video on their new rest coming up. I have it. I've been waiting on a new bow to come in so I can do the video. I didn't want to do it on an old one. I kind of want to kill two birds with one stone. So that was my thought process with that. If I could just, you know, do it that other way, it'd be perfect. That way I can get stuff with the other videos and blah blah blah. So oh, jeez, oh Pete, sorry, I was looking at something there. I can't believe, Bales, how light is the dialed is. What did you pay for that dialed, Bales? I don't remember what this thing cost. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I should know that. I think it was like five something. All right, hold on. So what I did is I went here. I went to shop. I did a custom build, proof series. Yeah, it was like 560 play around that. I don't know if it costs more of these colors I added. I assume it does. And then I got all the extra accessories. The optical light was $60. The lens kit, 150. The sunshade, 50. So this thing, honestly, this thing's probably, I would say this thing's probably close to $900 or so with all the things that I actually ended up getting all the different mounts too, so I could do I wanted to put it on a Hoyt. I wanted to put it on the Bowtech. I'm sorry, the Hoyt, the Matthews, and then also the regular. I have not tried the Ultra View the glue. They have not replied to me about trying to get us one to play with. But I did talk to HHA, and I will be getting their new one as well. So now we have the Booney, we have the dialed, we'll have the HHA. So I'm pumped. I can't wait to do a kind of comparison video with all of them to show you guys. We'll weigh them, we'll check out the housing, the build quality. This is really engineered well. I'm really impressed with the feel of this. I like the shade idea they did. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the shade It's hard to see with the light in here, I know, but it's kind of cool. It's just simple, just plastic slide over the fiber optics, so you can't, pretty cool. Yes, okay. So any thoughts on the quad QAD integrate R2 rest? Yes, they're sweet. Yeah, that's a great rest. We have those on a lot of our bows that come in. A lot of the bow companies will actually send it with that on there already. They're great rests for sure. I love QAD. I've always been a QAD fan. They've always been a dominant player in the drop away segment. And likewise, I'm a big fan of the Vapor Trail and the Hamski when it comes to the limb driven systems. And then obviously the Whisker Biscuit's my go to for just the basic. Interesting, Andrew. I didn't know that. Yeah, you know what, 70s Mike, though, the thing about QAD is it doesn't really matter which one, to be honest. I mean, the rest have always been just pretty awesome, to be honest. Like, I don't think it really matters, in my opinion, which one. I understand one's better than the other, they say that, but again, their quality's always been very good, in my opinion. This triggered, I think. Well, I'm trying to put this on while I was still waiting on my new form from Prime. I'm still waiting on my new Hoyts. It's been a weird year. This is definitely not a normal year for us. This year, all the companies, all of them, besides Matthews, seem to have some sort of production issues, and they couldn't get us bows when they normally would. And unfortunately, since we don't buy bows like pro shops like MFJJ and those guys, I can't get the bow until they can send me it through their marketing team. So unfortunately, we're kind of on the back burner this year, which is weird, and it feels weird to be on the back burner, but it is what it is, and I still will support the companies where I can. So anyway, I'm waiting, and even Prime, right? They came in with a forum into the studio, but then they couldn't give me this forum at that time because they literally were so behind on getting out their products. So, oh, that's weird, Andrew. Old Smoke, yeah, I don't know yet. Like I don't know. I mean, I just got it, and it's beautiful. I think look wise, it's worth money to me. The look of it. If I want something that's lightweight, outstanding quality, I think, because I haven't really again tested it fully yet to see what kind of quality it is, but it feels great. Um, it's I have to agree, triggered, and that's why I don't really care that much about it. I just feel bad because when people ask me questions, I hate not knowing or be able to tell them something about the new Hoyt or the new. So this year I focused on, because I knew that was going to happen. They kind of pre-warned me that they're having issues. I focused on the podcast portion that you've seen on our YouTube, where I push that option, right? So hey, at least they can show us and talk to us about it. But unfortunately, I don't have the bows to put this on just yet. But my original goal is to put on the forum. And then from there on the Hoyt, because I asked for the secondary and different. They sent me this box full of. So I got this scope housing. I think this is a lens in here. Here's the light, and then here we go. This is the regular mount, I think. So it's a dovetail with a regular bracket, and then I think I should in here have the white one somewhere. Not really seeing it, but see if they had it. Oh, back ordered, yeah. Picatinny back ordered. So that's one piece that still isn't here. So I'm still waiting on that. If you saw the video I did, I was very impressed by the packaging this came in. They also sent me these, which were really nice. Pretty cool. Couple dialed hats. Yeah, Spot Hog, dialed, HHA XL, I agree 100%. The new B3 does look pretty good, Bales. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that on video today that they launched. It looked pretty nice there, the B3 stuff. Yeah, Old Smoky. I mean, I don't know. You know, I never really touched the UV, and I know the UV looks pretty high quality. Um, I don't know, man. Like, I guess this is just, I don't know. This is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty impressed with Dialed and the stuff they've been doing. Jordan, we've been running BowHunterPlanet since 2009. 7 pins are too much for me, Funk Farm. I can't handle that. I did 70s Mike, great question. Have you played with the Dark Owl scope? No, but Dark Owl is sending me one after they just did our giveaway and someone actually won one here. So Dark Owl is sending us an additional one for us to keep, which I am pumped to try it. You know, very excited. I believe so, Midwest. I think it is the only center mass for now. Speaking of that, we talked about that earlier. Black Gold is supposed to work on that center mass mount for other companies to use. I'm going to be interested to see if that actually happens, you know, as we go. You're a youngin' then, Jordan. 2009, graduated from college. Dang. C Pro, I did not get a deer. I am still hunting to the end of January. I am freezing though. I went out the other day and oh my god, it was terrible. But I got to the end of the month. What are we at, the 8th? So maybe this weekend I'll try to get out there another day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My favorite time for bow hunting is like, you know, October, early November, mid-November, the rut. Anything past that is really hard for me. I feel like I just don't. It's just so cold, right? Like I some of the thoughts that go through my head when I'm sitting there is like, do I really need this deer? Because when I have to gut it, I'm going to freeze. You know, like I'm thinking all these things I shouldn't have to think. You know, and then I hate that part. Oracle 2, nice, Moist. That's great. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love the Oracle 2. Yes, it is awesome. That is a great one. Bridge lock sight. Doesn't really matter. I mean, honestly, I use a Trophy Ridge most of the time for my bridge lock. I use the Digital Rack 1 a lot in our current Matthews, but I am going to try this one now coming up, so we're going to try this one as well. Awesome, Funk Farm. That's cool. 70 yarders, man. Heck yeah. Thanks for that share, Tactical Rat. Appreciate that. Elite Hunter, because it's very forgiving. Are there any new bows similar? There's a lot of forgiving bows, Richard, right now. I mean, personally, I think the new Bowtechs do very well, in my opinion, when it comes to that. Forgiving bows. I'm trying to think what comes to mind instantly on that. I like my Hoyts. I think the Hoyts do a good job. I wouldn't say APA in that sense. Are a little more of a powerful bow. Bear, maybe some of the lower end stuff could, not as much as that one though, I don't think, but that is a hard one to beat. I will say that. Yeah, that is a hard one to beat. And I don't feel like the new Elites shoot like that old one, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, it's so brutal. I don't know, man. Like it's kind of like I have meat. You know, Kevin got a deer. So what's up, Basement Decor? How you doing, man? I Kevin got a deer, so he gave me half the meat. So I like, it's not that I don't have, but I'm burning like literally going to eat 3 tags this year. You know, if I don't get something, which kind of sucks. Z7. That bow is 2009-ish. So the Z7 was I think, or is it 12? No, I think it was, yeah, Z7 or Z9. Did you say Z9? No, you said Z7. I think it's 2009. I had to look up that bow real quick. That Prime you mentioned, the CT5. I couldn't remember it. It's been so long. Yeah, with the 4 cams, that was crazy, man. Yeah, they kind of went away from that. HHA is a great site. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure you would need to move away from HHA. I mean, honestly, the Optimizers, it's a very well built site, and they've done such a great job over the years. These new companies, right, are coming out with something cooler looking, a little flashy. You know, you got the hole, looks so cool. I mean, you have to admit it has a great look to it. Great feel, great quality, great engineering, for sure. But big price tag, right? So this is something where not everybody's going to want to afford this, right? You know, I mean, you have to make a decision. Now, here you could look at it this way too. Just throwing this out there, right? Like crossbow shooters are spending $3 to $4 grand for their bow. So would it hurt to have a Matthews with a $600 sight on it and $220, $250 rest? Maybe not. Not if you can afford it. Maybe not, right? So maybe not a big deal. But if you're an average person and you don't want to spend that kind of money, you know what I mean? My favorite broadhead right now is the T2 from G5. I really like that one. I haven't killed anything with it yet. I'm trying. Damn, that's a big change, Kyle, from the Bear Legion to the Lift X. That's crazy. Bowtech came out with a magnesium bow today. Yeah, it's hard to get rid of that Z7. More about the sight. Yeah, this sight has a lot of adjustability, a lot of flexibility, a lot of customization. When you're buying it, you can customize like pins and different stuff like that. It's got all these cool colors, and literally anything's customizable. It's super light. It's not even a pound. This thing is super, super light. Very high quality, I would say, from what I'm seeing. It's got this piece here that allows you to take away light from your pins, from your optics, if you decide that you need it darker if it's too bright. So there's some really cool stuff with that as well. It is hard to justify $600, no doubt about it. 100% agree with you. That is the new one, Sean from Dial, the Proof. Thanks for that follow, Joel. Yeah, a lot of cam in that bow. It's a great question, Basement. I'll get right back to that comment. Let me go through my YouTube comments real quick. I missed a lot here. Got that down here. What's up, Midwest Warriors? I do need to come to Iowa for a hunt. Are you inviting me? We might 70s Mike. We hunt over a food plot, but it's not doing anything. I don't know, man. It's kind of bad. And you can't bait in Michigan, so it's terrible. Do I think the Lift is worth it over the Lift X? No. I mean, personally, I would just keep the Lift. I have the Lift and the Lift X right now. I don't. I'm not really a big believer in just kind of buying the next bow. I kind of would go for the next other bow. So skip one, go one, skip one, go one. I mean, that's how I would probably do it. Is it got some new tech, new things with the tuning and all that? Yes, for sure. And if you want the best of the best, you're going to buy it, right? They're about the same though, yeah, except for that. And they did do some new Arc, I believe it's called Arc 7 or something, in the limbs, so a little bit more, a little better in the limbs, I guess, for them doing it themselves. That's to fix the limb issue they ran into last year. So. Yeah, budget slider site. So great question. Private and public available. Nice, Midwest. That's awesome. So for slider budget, let me see something real quick. I think I could be wrong, but let me just take a peek. Oh, that is a slider. Let's see. Okay, so budget slider, I would consider the Attack or the Attack Pro from Trophy Ridge. Use our code BHP 2024, take 20% off of this price. This thing is $119.99, and then also a 20% off of that, so it's a steal. And I did use this site last year, and I loved it. It was a great site. But you could step it up for the Swift Trio. You could go the Swift Duo. This is, again, taking an additional 20% off, so it's kind of a good deal, I mean, realistically. The Swift regular is $220 plus a 20% off, or you could do the Attack Pro or the Attack. And again, super, super low cost option. This site here is about, I would say somewhere around 600, yeah. This one specifically is probably a lot more because I ordered all the accessories with it, so I would venture this is closer to $900. Yeah, I'm the same way, basement. So that's the thing. It depends when you got it. So I was part of the first run time frame, and I'm sure you were too. And that's why you didn't have any issues. It was like somewhere after that that they started having that issue when a different batch of limbs came in. Yeah, late October is my favorite as well. React Pro is a great site. It is a really good site. I love the digital part of it and all that, so it's pretty cool, I think. No, I don't really. We're kind of sponsored by Easton. We are sponsored by Easton, not kind of, sorry. So we don't really touch other arrow brands. We used to do Victory, and they were great, great arrows. And obviously, Victory makes their arrow, so it's going to be a fine arrow. But I'm an Easton person through and through, not just because they pay me, because they do, but because honestly, they're badass. I'm just very sold on Easton. Did Victory work? Any issues? Absolutely not. They were fine, great arrows. So I'm not going to take anything away from them. Or Black Eagle, we worked with them years before. I mean, they were both fine. But Easton to me is just like the tried and true American classic brand that's just something about it. And just being a part of that family, like being a part of that sponsorship with them is so powerful for me. Like I love it because I feel like we're actually respected by a major brand in the industry that in my opinion is one of the biggest heritage brands ever made. Obviously the oldest archery brand in the industry. I mean it's crazy. Very proud of that relationship and able to get that. I mean, it says a lot about what we're doing and about them for supporting this type of stuff. I'm not a huge ultra view person in general though, to be honest. I feel like they're kind of more a marketing company than they are the other stuff. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure their stuff's great, but like it's super expensive, and I almost rather support Dialed in a weird way. I don't know. Like I feel like there's a lot of money there, and I don't know. There's something about them. I don't know. I can't explain it. Happy Wednesday, Paper Tuner. How are you? I don't know. I don't do a lot with the 4 millimeter either. I'm gonna let the chat take that question. I don't really ever shoot a 4 millimeter shaft either, so I'm not sure what would be best for that as far as the broadhead. I mean, I would think you'd want a T2 or something that's closed, like a mechanical. But Spot Hog is solid, solid like a rock for sure. Thanks, Moist. Appreciate that. We use gas bowstrings. They're a big supporter of what we do as well. And gas, I've used a lot of bowstring manufacturers, A3, Gas, America's Best. They all do a very good job. But the one who supports this channel and takes pride in helping do what we're doing right here for you guys and talking and giving information is Gas. So if you can support them, that would be helpful. Same with Easton and Moultrie. These brands are very supportive of this program and helping keep us going. So if you're gonna buy anything, buy Gas. Tell them Beach B sent you. This site, Anthony, is the dial proof that dial can make a bad bone site. I guess maybe that's what they're getting at. You guys think if I just come on the live like this the whole time, like people, if I got two of these, it's like goggles, we can make a pair of goggles like this, one in each eye, and then somehow solder them together. Look, it really looked like the goggles, wouldn't it? This is like coming up over here. This is who knows. No one knows what that housing is, but this like flash. It looks like I'm from Mad Max or something. Furiosa. Oh man, these are about 600 bucks, Vince. This is a very very expensive site. Um, Excels are pretty expensive too. I mean, some HHAs are, but those ones fall more in the line of like 300 to 400, I'd say. Yes, this site does have a dead stop. Yeah. Do you mean a lockout? Is that what you mean by dead stop? Like it can't move? It's just this lever here, if that's what you're talking about. So and then you just push this lever forward, it looks like, to lock it out. Yeah. Beautiful. And then you could have changed this color too, so you could choose the color. It could have been pink in here. I was going to do pink, to be honest. I thought it looked kind of cool, but then I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I kind of want one just for show in like a pink and purple and wild colors, but you could also have done different housing colors and body colors, which was interesting. This could have been black, this could have been green, that could have been brown. I mean, it was interesting. Great questions. So the question is, what do you suggest would be the best site as far as number of pins for beginners? I always tell people 3 pin fixed site, and I say that because like the Grinder's a great site from Spot Hog, but I always say a 3 pin basic, so you can do 20, 30, 40 and keep it at that to start, and you get used to like the space between the 20, 30, 40. That's my opinion. I don't think a slider is a good idea for a newbie because there's a lot going on. Although you might need that based on if you are having issues, with too many pins around. 5 pins are what most of my friends will use. 4 or 5 pins. Sometimes they buy a 5 and take one out. A lot of my other friends would use a slider system like this, but usually has 2 to 3 pins like this one. Um, Me, I like a 3 pin fix myself, or even like this with a slider. I generally try not to slide, is what I'm trying to say, because there's a little more work involved in that, and you got to, play around a little bit. I really prefer not to have to do that. But again, my shots are close. I don't have to shoot very far in Michigan, so it's fine. Yes, this does hold a lens. I think they sent me a lens. I think it's in here. I think. If I had to guess, this is a lens, but can't really tell. Maybe not. Maybe this is like tapes. This just might be site tapes, actually, or something. I don't know what's in here, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what. Yeah, these are tapes. Sorry. I think you can get a lens. I did see on their site. This is some tapes. I better put that back in there. I don't want to lose that. So I was able to get, again, just a basic bracket, right? And then I got the bridge lock. And then I got the light. And then we got a scope housing. And maybe there's a site. Oh, there might be a lens in here, actually. Looks like a scope and a lens in this. Pretty sure. Not positive, but yeah, 2x. It says 2x there. So that's cool. I'm going to put that in, actually. That's going to be nice. We'll do a full video on this site coming up at the studio. We'll try to do it for the main show, so we can get a little more content out of it. And I like I said, I'm waiting for bows to come in because I wanted to put it on the different bows. So obviously right now I can throw it on the Matthews for a couple shots. I'd like to be able to put it on the Hoyt for a couple shots. I'd like to be able to put it on the Prime for a couple shots, so people can get a look with it with, a bow maybe they own. I don't know if it says a dead stop then. I don't know. I'll let you look at it yourself. I don't know. I just see that one stop. I never used any other. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't see anything like that necessarily. I don't know. Does anybody know over here? If this has a dead stop? I don't know. Anyway, all right, where am I at? Vast your opinion. That's a ball for me. Bear Vast is fine for a beginner. Also, the Legit's a great one. The Bear Royale, those are all great bows. You can get whatever bow you want on their website right now. BHP 2024, 20% off. So you can't go wrong if you need a bow, or if you're looking for one for a friend or whatever. Yep, Vince, I would go with that Attack or Attack Pro from Trophy Ridge. Take that 20% as well off of that for that range of price. Yep. I think all the bows are worth the price. The question is, what do you actually need? I feel like there's always this difference between a need and a want. It's like that in your whole life for everything. You either need something or you want something. So do you need a bow that has a Matthews quality at a high end, or the magnesium? I mean, personally, no, for me, and so do I want it? Maybe, right? So just it's kind of up to you, because think about it. Again, crossbow hunters are spending $3,000+ for bows now. So yes, they're going to start trying to find ways to, charge us more money and come up with better bows, or whatever you want to call it, different materials. It's going to happen because they know there's market for it somewhere in there. Giveaway went great, Clay. It went really good. Bear Adapt 2, awesome, Moist. That's great. I don't, Colby. I don't. No, I have not shot the Ultra View, and I don't. I probably won't get my hands on an Ultra View unless I borrow it from Mike's Archery. And I mean, I'm kind of like a company who like I don't really want to support companies that don't support us. And I've reached out to Ultra View; they have not supported us or even replied to me. So for me, it's like, I think I'm good. I'll just help Dialed or anybody else who actually supports what we're doing. I have nothing against it though. I'm sure it's a great site. I'm sure for the 600-700 bucks it costs, it's pretty sweet. I know it looks really machined well, but again, I'm not going to put it on our network if they're not going to at least talk to me or have a conversation about it. Yeah, if it's sat for 3 years, you need to replace the strings and cables. Go to gas for that. Get you all taken care of. Yeah, I know, Cody. I don't see a lot of people buying that, but again, apparently that bow they had that was $4,000 last year sold like they sold all 400 or whatever they made of them. So I think maybe they felt they could sell them because of that. I don't know. Option 8, interesting. I haven't really ever touched an option site. That's interesting. All right, guys, I'm out of here. It's Wednesday night, so we'll see you guys soon. I'll try to go live again this week, and get the cables and strings from Gas Bow Strings. They'll just tell them the bow model, and they'll get you all set up. Very easy. They already have all the specs you need. So, or I mean, you might have to go to a pro shop to have them put in. So I guess you just buy them through there as well. So that's up to you. A lot of times you just go buy them on Gas's website and then just take them up there, have them install them for a fee, and that's that. What up, Hunt and Co? I think. Oh yeah, Colby for sure. Yeah, the Arxos. I mean, they had some issues they tried to resolve and all that. I think the proof is the fix of everything. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna buy one, you buy the proof at this point for sure. Yeah. All right, I'm out. We'll see you guys. Have a great night. All right. Bye.